The next kata that I got to see would be Wansu. Wansu hit has some differences. Again, Bob's Iron Fist Society, the interpretation here. Coming out, fist, hand, ring, and now a circling block here in a kiba stance. Look to the left, down block where you're actually turning almost into a left seisan on 45, down block, punch to the side. Stepping in the seisan from the guard, down block, punch, stepping up, reposition. Open hand block, shuto into the rib. This was covering, grabbing the person as you pull them, punching, so you're punching on the 45. Turning around, same thing, down block, punch, open hand, strike, pulling, punching on the 45. This came out with a throat chop here, fake back fist. So you're catching the back fist here, kicking, stepping down to a seisan stance, high block, low block. Stepping into the dump, grabbing the groin and the throat, drawing the person in, coming around. I was taught at Penn State that you're actually throwing a person on the floor head first, breaking the neck or the spine here. Okay? We don't, Bob hasn't, Master Shortwich hasn't delineated that, but I take it's the same. Coming immediately from the dump, stepping over with the definite kick, open block, izagiri, knee kick to the groin, straight punch, putting to the guard, definite kick up. Again, the open block with the classic 45, so I get a 90-degree bend in here. Kick, and this was reinforced as much as the hip as you get into it. Punch. Coming here with the knees slightly flexed, feet together, stepping out in seisan. 2 punches here, stepping up again out to a left seisan. 2 punches straight ahead. Coming back to a feet together position, hands on the left hip, looking left, kick, stepping across into kiba as you change your guard, looking to the right, kick, stepping back out into kiba, and then guard here, feeling your way in, stepping forward, elbow, kya! Right here, direct, pointed directly ahead. You shift your attention to the rear, cat stance, kick, shifting back into a kiba in between, to cat, kick. This was to the throat, here high, with a kya, and then the break. Stepping back, ring, down. Okay, Master Angi had several distinct differences in Wansu kata. The first of which was a change in the kia, positioning of the kias, which is the first one that shook me. Stepping out again, coming back, very rigid, and he stressed this, very rigid here, bowing from the hips, 45 degrees, together, bowing, and again, peace kamai. Looking to the left, down block, punch. Notice he just goes from that neutral stance into a seisan on the side, stepping forward, down block, punch. He's coming here, again, a fairly level block here. And then what he's explaining as he goes into the next stance is that the person who's thrown a punch here, I block, then comes with a counter punch to the face, and I'm throwing it over my shoulder as I step aside. I shuto into the ribs underneath their arm and pulling them back, but the punch, the next punch is directed straight ahead. I have pulled this opponent off, I have a second opponent right behind him, and I'm punching him here straight ahead. Okay? Turning around, same in reverse, here, coming in, throwing that. This is now not a cover, but a block. I'm throwing the punch over, grabbing the opponent, bringing it back with the punch in here. Coming here, big change. Now high block, and then coming with a reinforced rising punch with a kia here. So here, ka! Stepping, kick, double block. Again, the dump was the same, but he's talking rather than going under the groin, grabbing under the leg, and he says the kata tossed the person down a well, which I found interesting. Wansu is known for the dump. It's interesting to note that the dump was into a well. He says that's how the actual fight went. He's from Okinawa and he's 60 years old. He probably knows that. It's interesting. Now, his next step was rather different. Rather than coming straight around as we did, he went to an intermediate guard position here in Seisan, and then turned again here, kick, punch, but he had the intermediate. This change was really noticeable in this one. He would swing the right leg out so much as come here, and then he'd bring that leg across, get in the open block, here, punch. So we have two ready positions that weren't in before that are in now. As he comes up, this was an extended seisan, where he says you're leaning to get out because people are with bows are coming behind you, and you're striking out to the front. Coming up here, again, very deep here. Next, see if I can get this right. He stepped up, first to the left, at his right, and then down just a little bit, and over right here. And the guard, this was a block, as he tried to delineate, and he very definitely stated that you had to twist the whole body to get into this one. He had the whole body twisting around to get into this empty punch. He said you had to get the swing into it. This right here didn't have any force, so you had to bring it across. The kicks remain the same, but again, like leaning forward for the punches, this leans forward and went to the ribs. Again, you're avoiding somebody striking here by repositioning forward, and then coming back with the block the same, stepping, right. Difference in Wansu kata. So, the katas we had covered up to that point, that had the most changes, especially the difference in the kia, where we had it on the empty strike, there was none. It was on what was now, instead of catching the fist, it was a reinforced rising punch, the kia there. A couple of different ready positions thrown in the middle. The step-up's elongated, and the second one, instead of coming back, moving up. Now, one minor note, as I was originally taught at Penn State, about the stepping up. I'll take it from this point here, catching, punching. Coming up, we stepped out originally to the left, high block, okay? Some even taught reverse punch to an opponent on the 45, straight punch here. But it was also told that it was a high block punch. And then they step in reverse, high block punch or reverse punch, punch. And then we stepped back here at Penn State. We did not move the feet from that position, but then stepped out for the field, which Angi says is a block.